Before college, my life was comfortable. I was very dependent on others, including my parents, and there wasn't much change in my early life. It was very consistent, and that was great. We went camping a lot, and I spent a lot of time with my family, um, and it was really wonderful. But it caused some problems later. Now, I grew up going to church, and I learned what it meant to be a Christian, but no one around me was really living it out. And I didn't, I knew what it meant to go to church on Sunday and to follow the rules, but I didn't really know what it meant to have a relationship with God and to prioritize that in my life. So I was almost going to college, and I was starting to get a little bit scared because I had relied on my parents for everything growing up, and I wasn't going to be able to be with them forever. And I was afraid of summer camp as a kid because I didn't want to be away from home. My parents were who I went to for all my problems, and I had never really been without them for more than like a week. So I moved away for college, and not surprisingly, I got pretty homesick. And in the beginning, I didn't really tell anyone. I just kind of assumed it would go away on its own, but it really didn't. And like a month and a half, 2 months went by, and it wasn't really getting any better. And so I tried to fix it on my own. So I went and I got a solid friend group, and I just tried to do everything with them. And we hung out all the time, and I thought it was getting better because when I was with them, I didn't think about how homesick I was. But then when I wasn't, I would just get this extreme feeling of loneliness because I knew it wasn't permanent. I knew that eventually we'd all move away when we graduated and live our lives. And it scared me. It really did. And so then I tried fixing it with busyness. And so I went and signed up for a bunch of classes, and I got a job, and I just overloaded my schedule with all the things I could. But that didn't really help either. That just kind of honestly made it worse because I was overwhelmed. And so I finally hit this turning point, and a friend asked me a question. He said, "Are you a Christian?" Now, I hadn't even really thought about Christianity in a couple years, and I realized that I didn't know what I believed anymore. When I was a kid, I believed there was a God, and I believed he was good. I didn't live my life for him, but I believed in him, and now I didn't even know. And so it kind of scared me, so I started going to church again, and this crazy thing happened. I realized that the reason I felt so alone was because I didn't have anything solid and firm in my life all the time. And I realized that that's what God was. He's there for me no matter what. And so after about a month and a half, I prayed to receive Christ in my life again. And after that, I joined Cru and have since been on a leadership team with Cru, and that's been really cool. One other really cool thing is I worked as a camp counselor at a Bible camp. And that I really saw that come full circle because as a kid I was so scared of camp and being alone and on my own. And then I, on a whim, applied for this summer camp position at a camp I had never been to. And it was just so amazing to see God work through that. Because I tried for so long and so hard to be independent, to break free from my dependency. But then I realized that I wasn't really made to do life on my own. I learned that Christianity doesn't work without a relationship. And I can depend on God for my strength because he is my anchor and my roots. And in Christ, anything is possible.